In this case, the spurring point of the family reunion is a parent's anniversary, and during this family reunion, they come under siege by masked assailants outside the house using crossbows and machetes and axes and all other forms of horrible devices, and basically they find themselves completely unprepared. But fortunately, one of the sons in the family has a girlfriend who has some experience in protecting herself. Specifically, especially for the first like half of the film, I really wanted to give like a really ominous, kind of vibe to the whole thing, because I just wanted to capture that kind of feeling you get when you're, out in the middle of nowhere, and like, anything could be, lurking in the shadows. So to me, it was really important to put the audience on edge, from the get-go. Going into this, to me, it was really important to find something that was very simple but very striking in its own way. And so, working with our costume designer, Emma Potter, and the rest of our special effects team who helped design the mask, and Tom Hammock, the production designer, it was really about finding something that really stands out but also feels logical that these characters would do it. Like that was, it was trying to find like style but meeting functionality. So we kind of went that route with the animal mask, so that it could be logical that these characters could have, similarly to like the Screen Killers, bought these things at a store. That was kind of the magic of You're Next for me, was like being able to do a movie from the start, thinking, how do we make the audience, how do we subvert their expectations about like, horror movies in general, but how do we make them laugh? How do we make them get along with it? How do we like gross them out, and how do we like terrify them, but also keep them on the same boat that we're on? I've always been really interested in ways to make movies more interactive for the viewing experience, and I think for a horror film, like that's the most visceral, interesting way to do it, is to really give the audience a real jolt, and because they're really feeling the movie at that point, they're feeling the terror, and a lot of it is like is finding ways of you make somebody look at something a certain way, you focus their attention on something, and it's about controlling the sound during that moment, and then giving like a visual cue of some kind that they didn't expect, and then hopefully blowing their minds.